Show the following events using separate demand curves. Show the following events using separate demand curves. First one. The demand for washing powder when the price of laundry soap increases. Okay, the demand for washing powder when the price of laundry soap increases. First one, demand for washing powder when the price of laundry soap increases. Now tell me, this is change in demand or change in quantity demanded? Can you tell now? The demand for washing powder when the price of a laundry soap increases. Is it change in demand or change in quantity demanded? Students, can you answer me? This is change in demand or change in quantity demand?
Change in quantity demand, sir.
No, it must be change in demand, no? Because change in demand means what? If the demand of a product changes, not because of the price of the same product. Can you understand? Change in demand in the sense, if the demand of a product changes, not because of the price of the same product. Now, what is this information? Demand for washing powder when the price of laundry soap increases. It's not the price of washing powder, price of laundry soap. You know, laundry soap and washing powder are substitutes, no? Laundry soap and washing powder are substitutes. Got this idea? Therefore, how the demand curve will come? You know, if the price of laundry soap increases, demand for washing powder will increase. So, the demand curve of washing powder will be shifted to the right. Is it okay? Demand curve will be shifted to the right. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you have any doubts, please don't hesitate. Everybody, please ask this doubt. Huh? Now write down another one. The demand for a luxury good, otherwise you say demand for a normal good when income decreases. The demand for a normal good when income decreases. The demand for a normal good when income decreases. Now tell me, this is change in demand or change in quantity demanded?
Change in demand.
Yes, this is change in demand. Because why? The normal goods demand changes not because of the price of that normal good, because of the income. Now tell me, when income decreases, what will happen to the demand for normal good? When income decreases, what will happen to the demand for a normal good?
Will decrease.
Will decrease. Because why? Positive relationship between income and demand for a normal good. Therefore, this is the initial demand curve. New demand curve will be lift to the initial one. So the leftward movement. All right. Now take another one. The demand for tire when its price decreases. The demand for tire when its price decreases. Demand for tire when its price decreases. Now tell me, is it change in demand or change in quantity demand?
Change in quantity demand.
This is change in quantity demand. Because why? The product's demand is affected by the price of the same product. No, product's demand is affected by the price of the same product. See this, the demand for tire when its price decreases. Now, will there be any shift in the demand curve? Will there be any
No.
shift in the demand curve? Will the demand curve shift? Will the demand curve shift in this case?
No.
No,
No,
because during the change in quantity demanded, no shift in the demand curve. Then how to show this? See, price, let's say P1 related to this QD1. Now price decreases, no? So we can say P2, the new price is P2. Therefore, the QD becomes QD2. QD becomes QD2. Understood? Now you can see a very clear difference between the demand curve of the third one and the first and second. First one and second one, demand curve shifted because both were change in demand. But the third one, demand curve is not being shifted because that is change in quantities demanded. Got this point? Understood? Now see, a summary also given. See, price represent a change in quantity demand. Movement along the demand curve. Income, change in demand, shift the demand curve. Price of related goods, change in demand, shift the demand curve. Case, change in demand, shift the demand curve. Like that, it's given. Okay. So see this group activity. Explain using diagrams and example the other factors which can influence the demand for a good even though its price remains unchanged. Can you understand that question? Other factors which can influence the demand. Can you quickly tell me the other factors that can influence the demand for a good?
income,
Buyer.
Income, price of other goods, no, taste
number
and
of
fashion,
buyers,
price expectations, number of buyers, no? Are you okay with this?
yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now just check the second one. Price from 15 to 20 increasing. There are two consumers, A and B. A 30 to 20 decreasing the demand and B 50 to 30 decreasing the demand. A part. Using the above information, explain the difference between individual demand and market demand. Is it possible to answer? Can you answer the question individual demand and market demand using this table? It's possible, no? Now tell me whether it is possible or not. You don't want to tell the answer. So we have studied about this now. You can answer now. That means individual demand is the demand made by each person in a market, whereas market demand is the total of individual demand. In this table, at the price of 15, individual A demands 30 and individual B demands 50. Therefore, the market demand at the price of 15 is 80. At the price of 20, individual A demands 20 and individual B demands 30. Therefore, the market demand at the price of 20 is 50. That's correct, no? Then see the B part. Does the demand curve for a particular good show individual or market demand? Does the demand curve for a particular good show individual demand or market demand? The demand curve of a product shows the market demand, not the individual, right? The product's demand curve is given to you in the sense that shows the market demand. Okay, right. Now see the summary. I'll directly go to the visual summary. See this market. Consumers and producers are there. Consumer part is highlighted because demand is related to consumer. Demand, we have individual demand and market demand. Okay. Then see determinants of demand we study. Price of the commodity, prices of other goods, consumer income, consumer taste, price expectations, number of buyers. We have studied about all these things with more details. And demand function means all these things we are putting into this type of equation. And out of all these determinants, the very important determinant is price of the same product. Then you know this demand you can present as demand schedule, demand curve, and one is coming as demand equation. In your text, that demand equation is not explained. Anyway, I will do a small question to understand this. Right? Then see change in price movement along the curve, that is change in quantities demanded. Change in other factors shift of that curve, change in demand. Okay. Then see this review question. Define ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus means other factors remain constant. What is the effect of an increase in the price of tomatoes on the market for pizza? Can you tell me the answer for the second one? Second one. Give me a short answer for the second one. What is the effect of an increase in the price of tomatoes on the market for pizza? Now, tomato is a substitute or complement of pizza. Tomato is a substitute or complement of pizza. Tell me.
Complement.
It's a complement. Therefore, if the price of tomato increases, market demand for pizza will decrease.
Increase, not decrease.
Correct? No?
Yes, yes.
If the price of tomato increases, market demand for pizza will decrease. Explain whether each of the following events represent a shift in the demand curve or a movement along the demand curve. A part. A store owner finds that customers are willing to pay more for umbrellas on rainy days. The store owner finds that consumers are willing to pay more for umbrellas on rainy days. This is shift in demand or movement along the demand curve. A part. A part, change in demand or change in quantity demanded. Tell me. A part, change in demand or change in quantity demanded. What is A part? See this. A store owner finds that customers are willing to pay more for umbrellas on rainy days. That means the price of umbrella will be increasing. Then what is this? This is the movement along the demand curve. That is change in quantity demand. Got this idea? Understood? And see the B part. When XYZ Telecom, a long distance telephone service provider, offered reduced rates on weekends, the volume of weekend calls increased sharply. Now what is this B part? B part also movement along the demand curve, because why? Price decreases, quantity demanded increases. And see the C part, people buy more long stem rows during the week of Valentine's Day, even though the prices are higher than at that time of the year. That means taste and preferences. Therefore, it is the shift in the demand curve. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Then see the fourth one. Think about the following cases and put tick in the relevant column to show which category they belong. People are becoming more aware about their health and believe that ice cream is unhealthy for them. Tell me, change in demand or change in quantity demand?
Change in demand.
It's change in demand, because they are not talking about the price of ice cream. No, they talk about the health condition and the demand for ice cream. The price of Nike sport shoes increases. What is this?
Change in quantity demand.
Quantity
Change
demand.
in quantity demand, because about the price of the same product. The technique for producing mobile phone is improving, which causes a price reduction. Price reduction.
Change in
What's this?
demand. Quantity demand.
Change in quantity demand.
Quantity.
Okay. The price of DVD players is increasing. How will this affect the market for VCD players? What's this?
Change in demand.
Change in demand, because it's not the price of VCD players, right? They asked about the demand for VCD players when the price of DVD players change. Due to keen competition among the internet service providers, one.com waives off installation fees for consumers. So what's that? That means one.com is an internet service provider, waives off. That means it is completely making the installation fee nil or reduces. Okay. So is it change in demand or change in quantity demand?
Change in demand.
Change in demand. That is because of
Demand.
the competition. Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, by this, we are completing the heading demand. Demand fully finished. So you must be able to answer whatever the questions come in demand. Now, I am going to do just one thing now. Demand equation. Small practice we will do how to take the demand equation. After that, I will directly go to you the assignment paper. Okay. So please take this question. So quickly take this question. So by doing just one question, we will understand how to get the demand equation. Okay. So write down this. See this, the price of a product decreases from rupees 50 to 30. As a result of this, its QD has increased by 50% from 1,000 units. Obtain the demand equation. Write down this question quickly. Obtain the demand equation. Okay, now we will see how to get the demand equation. So can you prepare the demand schedule using this? Can you prepare the demand schedule now? Prepare now demand schedule. So see this, price of a product decreases from rupees 50 to 30. As a result of this, its QD has increased by 50% from 1,000 units. So initial price is 50. New price is what? 30. Okay, 50 to 30. QD from 1,000, it's increasing by 50%. So 1,000 to 1,500. Are you okay with this demand schedule?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll see how to get the demand equation. Only one example we will do, that is more than enough. And if you can't understand, please ask me, right? Now see, the demand equation has a basic format. The format is this, write down. QD equals A minus B. QD equals A minus B. So in this demand equation, we are supposed to get the values of A and B. You need to get the value of A and B. So first step, we are getting the B value. B means the slope, okay? B in the sense the slope of the demand function or demand curve. So the equation for B, delta QD over delta P, write down delta QD over delta P. B is equal to delta QD over delta P. Delta means change. Now the delta QD, change in QD, 1,500 minus 1,000. 1,500 minus 1,000, change in QD. Then change in price, 30 minus 50. Okay, 30 minus 50. Then what we have to get is 1,500 minus 1,000 is 500. 30 minus 50 minus 20. Okay, so the answer will be minus 25. Minus 25 is the answer. That means slope of the demand function is minus 25. All right. After finding the B value, first of all, tell me, did you understand the value of the way of taking the B value?
Yes, sir.
Now we should take the A value. Now we should take the A value. See the method. Again, you must write this function like this. QD equals A minus B. So again, you must write. Then for QD, you must put the initial value of 1,000. Your initial value is 1,000, right? That one you are right. So 1,000 equals A minus B. You have already got. It's minus 25, no? But you must not substitute with minus because this minus only this one. Therefore, 25, just 25 into the price. Price must be the initial price 50. Initial price 50. Then see, 1,000 is equal to A minus 500. Sorry, not 500. 25 into 50, no? Is it 625? So 1250, 1250. Therefore, the A value 2250. 2250. Understood? So B value is minus 25. A value 2250. Now, the final answer is the presentation of demand equation. We have got the B value as minus 25, A value as 2250. So the demand equation QD equals 2250 minus 25P. 2250 minus 25P. That is the demand equation. Everybody understood this? Anybody having doubts in this? If there is anybody having any doubt, I can explain this again. Otherwise, no need.
But can you repeat again?
Okay, I think that is fine. Right. So, so in this session, demand is fully covered. So in our next class, I'll be discussing the heading supply, as at the same time market equilibrium also we'll be discussing, and we will just review about that paper, right? We'll come to this paper. I will give some idea about the paper, right? A doubt is asked to explain this again. First, I will explain this again. The previous question, I'll explain this again. See the information. Price of a product decreases from 50 to 30. As a result of this, QD has increased by 50% from 1000. Obtain the demand equation. And we prepare the demand schedule. 50 rupees, 1000. Price comes to 30. Therefore, QD increases by 50%. Therefore, 1500. For this table, we have to prepare the demand equation. How we did? QD equals A minus BP. First, we found the B value. B value delta QD over delta. What is delta QD? 1500 over 1000 is 500. 30 minus 50 is minus 20. Therefore, minus 20. Then we need to get the A value. For that, what we do? QD equals A minus BP function. Again, you are right. For the QD, you must write this initial 1000. A minus is 25 into the initial price 50. So 1000 equals A minus 1250. Therefore, A is what? 2250. After that, 2250 minus 25. Like this, we must present the function. That's okay. Right. Now, let's come to your paper. In that paper, see, today we will be discussing about the first one. Okay. Write an essay on the importance of studying the concepts of scarcity and opportunity cost in economics. So I will just tell you some common idea about writing some answers in a lengthy manner. Now, for this question, in one sentence also you can answer. In 75 words also you can answer. That depends on the information you provide in the answer. So 75 words in the sense, we'll have to write a big article. Now, but one thing, whatever the subject, I'm not talking only about academics here. There are many degree students or HND students who studied for different degree programs under me. And the biggest issue, even the people who are doing masters, the biggest issue, how to increase the word count. Right? How to increase the word count. Now, increasing the word count in your assignment will not be a difficult thing if you can go with the proper method. See this. First of all, you must be perfect in that particular theory. Now, importance of studying the concept of scarcity and opportunity. Are you all okay about the concept of scarcity? Did you all understand everything we studied about scarcity? Any doubts you have about scarcity? Anybody having doubts in scarcity? What is scarcity? Limited resources comparing to unlimited wants. Okay. Limited resources comparing to unlimited wants. That's what she says scarcity. And you can remember the simple theory only coming here. That means scarcity, most of the scarce resources will have choice. Therefore, we want to sacrifice other options. The next best option which is sacrificed. The next best option which is sacrificed is opportunity cost. This is the basic idea you have to apply in this question. What is the meaning of scarcity? All the details about scarcity. And then you have to explain how choice arises. And from the choice, how opportunity cost arises. Then, when you answer this question, see this, write an essay on the importance of studying the concept of scarcity and opportunity cost in economics. First of all, I will just give you the format. Okay, format of writing the answer. According to that, please get ready to answer this question. Okay, right. First of all, you can have the heading scarcity. Under that, you must be able to explain different cases. Now, I'm just giving my own method. You can put some more headings under each. Okay. First of all, you can provide a general introduction. You can provide a general introduction to the heading of scarcity. Remember, 750 words you must write.